Here we go. Volvo Penta 5.7 marine engine. This got a new, what we're going to call homegrown short block in it. It's kind of hard to see. Can't really see the freeze plugs, but the short block, we built it here. We bored it, we honed it, we put some 20 over pistons in it, all new bearings, oil pump, gaskets, etc., etc., etc. A little bit of head work, nothing major. It's a roller cam motor. We also put an LT1 crankshaft of rods, which really isn't a big deal. You know, I mean, a lot of these came standard with it, but this guy had freeze cracked his motor, so all his internals were really pretty good, except for his crank had a little rust. I didn't like it, so I opted to go with the one we had on the shelf that came out of the engine block that's there. This engine block, like I said, it had a burned piston in it, so we had to bore it 20 over, and I'll follow up this video with a bunch of pictures of the job. But it was kind of a budget build, but you know, basically completely rebuilt. It's not pretty because it's somewhat of a budget build. So here we're going to start this thing up. Walker's going to take this camera and just shine it right there for a minute. Let me get these wires hooked up. You got to power up the ignition, the electric fuel pump, and I like to go ahead and, this is the ignition, I like to go ahead and power up the starter cylinder also. The carburetor's leaking just a little bit. We're looking for a kit for that now. Let's see what we're going to do here. LT1 roller cam in there. Looking for any leaks. See a little oil slinging right there. Want to know what that is? Maybe that's just some dirt, hard to tell. Looks like oil. Anyway, it runs good. I'm gonna look at that to make sure we don't have an oil leak in front. We did put a speedy sleeve on the front harmonic balancer due to some rust. He's just checking for leaks everywhere. Sounds good. To get that sound for the customer. And that's about all we can run it without getting it hot. So go ahead and pull all those wires off. You got to disconnect those two together right there. There you go. Anyway, that's our LT1 in-house, you know, rebuild.